Hey, what's up everybody? Mr. Dan here. Welcome back to another Physical Media Friday video. I have a little announcement about my physical media plans for 2025. Also some more Clint Eastwood editions. But first, let's just go through some random groupings of films here. We got some Humphrey Bogart. We got some Westerns. Most of these are from Hamilton book, including this one, Twilight Zone Season 1. For whatever reason, this season was not available through Hamilton book for a while. I got all the rest of the seasons of the original series. I did see this at Barnes & Noble's at one point on sale, but it was still more than double what Hamilton book was asking for the other seasons, so it finally did come down in price, so happy to finally pick that up. I now have the complete original Twilight Zone. Okay? And I was worried because I didn't want to be turned into a Jack-in-the-Box. You know, I mean, that could happen. So it was real good. It was good that I didn't have the complete series. It was real good. Anyway, don't want to make Anthony mad. Yeah, let's do some Humphrey Bogart here. Deadline USA, Ethel Barrymore, Kim Hunter. He plays a reporter in this one. I really don't know much about it. I don't believe I've seen that one. This one I have seen. I've been waiting for this to come down in price. Speaking of coming down in price, and it finally did. Wow, what a film. Really one of Bogart's best. The Desperate Hours, starring Humphrey Bogart, Frederick March. Just a fantastic film. I saw this like when I was a kid or a teenager, and it really stuck with me. I watched the remake years and years ago when that came out. Did not like it nearly as much, and I've been dying to rewatch it ever since. And this was abnormally high for the longest time. Pretty good video essays at the end. This is really an interesting film. I'm going to have my son check this out. If you're a film student or if you're studying film, this is a good one to watch. Just the way that it's shot, the way they frame Bogart in the picture, the way that changes throughout the film as a power struggle ensues is really fascinating. And we have some Westerns here. We got some double features. We've got James Stewart, Henry Fonda, double feature. The Cheyenne Social Club, and Fire Creek. Not familiar with either one of these. Dean Jagger, Gary Lockwood, Inger Stevens, lots of familiar faces. Shirley Jones. Okay, we'll check those out. And the next film is going to be featured on an upcoming Westerns for Life podcast. You can check out the Dan's Movie Cave channel. Dan, Carlos, and Jeff usually pick a different Western each month and do an in-depth discussion of it. It's really fascinating stuff. They're so good at it, dissecting these Westerns. So last month they did Breakheart Pass, and they announced that next month will be Cemetery Without Crosses, which sounded very interesting to me, so I decided to pick it up. And I'll watch it before they have their podcast, so I'll be a little more informed. And I believe this is actually like a French-produced Western, but I'm not going to read too much about it. I'm just going to watch it first. Looking forward to that. Now, my friend Jim from Jim's Movie Channel had a video about his favorite David Warner films, and I keep forgetting to leave a comment, but I did watch the video, Jim, and I love David Warner, and, you know, shout out to you for picking a guy. You know, a lot of people know who he is. Some people who are casual fans might not even know his name, but he was a great actor. And I remember this film, Morgan, A Suitable Case for Treatment. There's a scene in this where David Warner gets into a gorilla suit and goes on like a rampage. I remember my dad was like dying laughing. You know, that's the gorilla suit there. That's really all I remember about it. So he's mentally unstable, I guess. So we'll check it out. A young David Warner. And then I had to get this. I had to think to myself, wait, do I have this? No, I have 2, 3, and 4, but I don't have the original one, and I don't have 5. So Hamilton book had Death Wish Steelbook, so I decided to get it. And eventually, I guess I'll pick up Death Wish 5 eventually. You know, if I had a video game collection, I might put that one in my video game collection because it's almost like a video game. But anyway, this is the original one, the classic film. don't know what I'm going to do with this. Probably peel it off. Probably do it right now. Right now. If the police don't defend us, maybe we ought to do it ourselves. There you go. Definitely cool to have in the collection. Now the Clint Eastwood news. I'm going to talk about the Clint Eastwood news in conjunction with the 2025 news about the channel. I was thinking about going cold turkey. I'm running out of space. I've got plenty to watch. I'm going to pay a lot more attention to the budget. So I decided not to go completely cold turkey, but to actually operate within a budget. And the budget is $20 a month, a mere $20 a month. And what I'm going to do is, if I don't spend all of the 20, some of it, half of it, what I don't spend will roll over to the next month. So I do have a Clint Eastwood movie inbound, and it cost me $13.20. So I'm going to take half of $6.80 and add it to next month's $20. So next month I'll have a budget of $23.40. I suppose I could see something in the $5 bin at Walmart. If so, I may pick it up if it's something I really, really want or need. I doubt it. I probably won't even go to Walmart one time the rest of the whole month because it's cold out and I'm trying to save money. But if so, then I'd have to recalculate. But I'm really going to be paying attention to what I pick up. For example, I already showed this on a previous haul video, but this was from Kino, so I decided to pick it up. And even when I got it back in September or ordered it, I knew that I had it on this collection. I just thought it'd be cool to have a standalone copy of The Beguiled, but then I started thinking about it. This is a Blu-ray, this is a Blu-ray. This compilation here, I mean, they're not even multiple movies on one disc, on one Blu-ray. Each movie gets their own Blu-ray. So in the future, I'm really going to be careful. I'm really not going to be doing that anymore. And I talked about how previously when I found this, I was happy to pick this one up because I didn't have any of these four. Okay? So that's, if I'm going to be getting compilations, that's what I'm going to be looking for, although I'm running out of Clint Eastwood films. The majority of the ones I have left are Clint Eastwood directed films, many of which he did not star in, but I'm trying to pick up the rest of the Clint Eastwood films that I don't have in my collection. That is my main focus this year. I have a few other little things I'm looking to pick up, but we'll talk about that later. So I got a few here. This is one I saw in the theater. Another one of the brown snapper cases from the Clint Eastwood collection. The Rookie. You know, me and a bunch of guys in high school or after high school around that time saw it. I think we liked it, but we didn't love it. Might be good for a few laughs. I don't really know. Who else is in this? Sonia Braga and Raul Julia. Not a bad cast. And then we have a Clint Eastwood directed film. This film, I didn't know much about this the first time I saw it. It blew me away because it takes a turn. If you know the twist, there you go. Twisty and compelling. You know, you think this is about one horrible thing, and it turns out that it's also about another horrible thing. Changeling, a true story. Angelina Jolie, John Malkovich. Yeah, this is a really good drama. And I don't know the guy's name, but the guy that played the police chief on Dexter in the early seasons, the guy that was a real prick, he has a small role in this as like a prosecutor. He's fantastic. But yeah, this is a rough movie. But I've only seen it once, so very eager to rewatch it. There you go, guys. Good assortment of tough guy films and westerns and the complete Twilight Zone. What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments below. And come back again next week for another Physical Media Friday. Are you guys operating in a budget for this year? Or are you just going on a complete spending spree? Let me know in the comments. Okay, later.